2025年のアメリカ野球殿堂入りが発表され、資格1年目のイチロー氏が栄えある日本人初の殿堂入りを果たしました。ファウルテリトリーの番組では、現役時代に対戦したこともあるピアジンスキー氏とクラッツ氏がイチローさんの思い出話をし、その栄誉を称えていました。
The legendary Ichiro Suzuki. You guys came across him various points in life, so I'm excited to hear thoughts. But let's first introduce the player for the young kids out there who didn't get to experience much Ichiro. Let's run through some stats here, and the uniqueness of Ichiro I think was really cool too, so I'm sure we'll get some stories there, but enters the mix for the Mariners, immediately becomes a superstar in our sport, 10-time All-Star. His rookie season, he was Rookie of the Year and MVP, which is crazy. Ended up with over 3,000 hits in MLB, and he didn't come here until what, his mid to late 20s, like maybe 26 or 7, something like that is my guess. And he racked up a pretty good career in Japan before that. He was the guy in Japan for a long time. And then they're like, oh, I wonder what this would look like in Major League Baseball. Looked pretty damn good. MLB record for hits in 2004. The glove worked, 10 gold gloves, 3 silver sluggers. And he played until he was 45 years old. He was super unique. He had all this crazy equipment that he used to train. So anyway, that's Ichiro. Let's get some stories. You faced him a bunch.
I faced him when he first got here, 2001.
What do you
Back
remember?
When the Mariners won all them games.
Were people like, what the hell is
Yeah,
this?
we were like, all right, so when we first played him, we were like, what is going on? And we first faced him, we were on the Metrodome, which was turf, like the old turf, not like the new fancy turf they have now. It was like the old AstroTurf that was bouncy as hell. We had to put our shortstop like infield in depth, because if he hit like a 3-hopper, he was safe. It was unbelievable. And then when we went to Seattle, it was worse because the grass slowed the ball down. So you had to move you literally had to move like your shortstop way in, because he would hit that ball while he was running and slice it. If it took like 3 hops, he was safe. So your shortstop had to come get it on 2 hops to try to throw him out. It was unbelievable. And then you saw him throw. Everyone's seen the throw when he was in Oakland. He throws out Terrence Long at third base. I mean, I got to play with him in 2002 when we went to Japan. And, I don't know what Ohtani's like, but this was the first time Ichi had been back to Japan since he signed with the Mariners. It was unbelievable. I mean, talk about people that wanted to see somebody, and he was great. He spoke English.
Yes.
Better than people thought so he'd play it off, but then in the clubhouse he would actually speak English to you. Nah, dog, dog. Everything was dog. Dog. Ah, dog. And it was just amazing to watch how he went about it with so many people wanting to see him all the time. And I'll say this, I'll never forget, we were playing the Yankees in Yankee Stadium. This is when Ichiro was a Yankee. Brett Gardner was on first, and it was like 1 out in the ninth, and then it was the bottom of the ninth. And toot my own horn here, Krause. If Gardy tried to steal, I throw him out. And this is when Joe Girardi was the manager, so he's just over there. Wah, 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 wah. Right? And I'm like, oh, yeah. So I throw out Gardner, and I look at him, and I'm like, shut the F up. Next pitch, Ichiro hits a home run. I'm like, damn it! Should have just let Gardy be safe, because then we could have got him out. Because we're like, all right, we're going to try a heater in, because you could kind of go in on him. But then every once in a while, he'd be like, click. And this was that time where he clicked it, walk-off homer, and I was like, dang it, spoke too soon. Damn. But he was unbelievable. He was a great dude. Not a great dresser, depending on how you look at it. He was a little bit out there. It kind of reminded me of Omar Vizquel with some of the outfits.
He had his own style.
He had his own style, but great dude and a great teammate and just fun to be around.
His dress code was another level. Not a good dresser. This dude showed up in a 3-game series when he was playing for the Marlins and we were playing against him. He showed up 3 games. Like, we made it a point, like, to go watch Giancarlo Stanton hit BP. We made it a point to go into the hallway to look to see what Ichiro was wearing that day. He went in 2 of the 3 games. He had capris on. If people don't know what capris are, they're basically jogger pants, but they were jeans that went up like mid-calf, and a belly shirt with a over vest that was longer than his belly shirt in 2 of the 3 days. Different ones. It wasn't like he re-wore it. And then the 3rd day, he shows up with this, like, I don't even know if it was a suit, if it was jeans, they had bell bottoms, and like a hat of some kind. Some of the guys on the team were like, you have to come out and see what Ichi's wearing today. And then he'd always have this like Merce. He'd always have this man purse that he would carry around. Had no idea what was in it. But every team that I went to that he left, his equipment, his workout equipment, it was crazy, like huge workout stuff was sitting in the hallway. So when I went to the Mariners, signed with the Mariners, there was still equipment there. I was in the minor leagues. I was in Tacoma. There's still equipment sitting in the hallway, sitting in the underbelly of the stadium that he hadn't shipped away. I go to the Yankees. There's Ichi's equipment, and you could tell it was all silver, and it had like different foot pedals on it, tons of weight. It looked like the sliding like weight scale. But this dude played every day for his first, like, I don't know, until he was 38. He played 160 plus games. He was out there every day.
残念ながら1票届かず満票での選出とはなりませんでしたが、見事殿堂入りを果たしました。年間262安打という大記録や3000本安打など素晴らしい記録を残し、新人王と MVP を同時に達成というのも簡単にできることではありません。ピアジンスキー氏もヤンキース時代のサヨナラホームランは鮮明に覚えているようですね。改めて殿堂入りを心から祝福いたします。